All right, I figured this out.
All right, so we're just jumping in. Go.
I'm jumping in. I made a
Oh,
playlist.
wait a minute. Okay. Sorry that we haven't recorded this in a bit.
It's
But half of us figured
life
it
is
out.
life.
Go.
Okay. I have a playlist called the Cole Classic Album. I don't know whether you can see this. Title. Shout out to Title.
Yeah.
I made a playlist called the Cole Classic Album. So I combined songs from Fall Off, songs from both sides of the double album. Daniel, aka Danny T, my Ugandan brother from another mother. Shout out to Canada as well.
Maybe don't.
Actually, no,
Maybe don't.
bro, it flows well. Like I'm about to say, like, because for me, I'm like,
Can you give me your track listing?
oh, so this is it. So 95 South, Applying Pressure, Punching the Clock, The Climb Back, 39 Intro, Safety, Run a Train, which we're gonna talk about. I need to talk about Run a Train. Lonely at the Top, The Fall Off is inevitable, and The Whole World is the Ville.
So you've combined the off season and the fall off.
Yes. Yes.
That's cheating. So
I know.
you haven't figured it out. You've cheated.
Oh no! What I've done is this is Cole's classic album.
No, but it's
If
not.
all
though.
these tracks, oh no! Again, for me, don't see. If these tracks were all together, if these tracks, let's say, came out at the same time and were all on an album, I say, for me, that's a classic. And listen to it again. This is a classic rap album, and I've listened to this like twice now. This is top to bottom, all the way through. This is a classic rap album.
Okay,
Classic.
so what you've done is I've taken my favorite songs from this that I like to listen from two projects that I like listening to, three projects technically. The off season, Disc 29 and Disc 39. I've taken three albums and I've condensed them into one album, and this is classic. It's just a playlist that you really like.
No.
And why are we starting here?
No. This, don't worry, we're starting here because I think where we have to start is, okay, I should have told you this before. The concept of the classic album. The concept of the classic album. Let's try and deconstruct that concept. What is the classic album? How do you do a classic album? I think a classic album could be two things. You could go the Illmatic route or the Damn route. Oh, no, or the To Pimp a Butterfly route. So the Pimp a Butterfly route is all songs interconnect. And each song leads into the other song. And you may have a short interlude and listen to another song. Again, I know you don't really listen to much rock and everything. It's what Linkin Park did with Meteora.
I don't listen to the rock you listen to. That doesn't mean I don't listen to rock.
Okay. So basically,
Linkin Park is like rock rap. Like
Limp
Bizkit. Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hot dog flavored water is a classic album. I don't care what it says.
Water or something.
Bro, that album is a classic, and I don't give a freaking damn what anyone
Hold
says.
on.
Keep rolling.
What year did that come out?
2000.
There's something is up with you in the years 1998 to 2001. Everything between that time is goated for you. The Matrix, Ronaldo, R9, the albums you like, the movies.
Bro,
that is like
no. Milk Bones album came out in 95.
No, I'm just
Nat's
saying.
album came out in 94.
There's a through line between 97 and 2001 where you're coming into some sort of consciousness of the world, and everything then is just when well, maybe not Batman. That was like the 90s.
It's 89, 1989.
Yeah.
So
I completed 89, 90,
and T2 was in 91. So,
but yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
You need to investigate this more about
no,
why is that period so significant? But in any event,
I have a few things, but I can't reveal it on air, so you know. Yeah. So life.
it's just
life.
a pattern I've noticed, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. When did Internal Affairs come out?
98. Yeah, no. You might be cooking slightly. You might be cooking slightly. So look. My thing though is the classic album. So you could go the Pimp a Butterfly route.
Yes.
Every song leads to another song. Everything leads through. It's like one whole thing. Or you can go the Illmatic route. These are just amazing songs that you can listen to from back to front. So I think that for J. Cole, so I was listening to his his latest episode of like Trunk Sale that he was doing. He had a really good conversation with this guy in like the shoe shop.
I haven't watched that one. I've watched all three, but I haven't watched that last one yet. But I've seen the clip.
You see, it's basically where he says that look, the off season for your eyes only were side quests. That's not part of the J. Cole story. So the J. Cole story is so K.O.D. for your eyes only and off season are side quests.
No. He said
Yeah.
he said K.O.D. might delete later and the off season are side quests. Didn't he?
Oh yeah. Okay, yes. He said off season was he's just practicing.
He's just practicing.
He's just practicing, but it's just like flexing.
The off season and might delete later is just practice. He's just trying to sharpen his pen for what the fall off is going to be.
So K.O.D. and For Your Eyes Only are side quests.
And
My Delete Slates and thinking are
and K.O.D. and For Your Eyes Only are more conceptual albums. So basically, in his mind, the last J. Cole album that he thinks he's given us is 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
yes, yeah,
Because that's written from the perspective of Cole. So For Your Eyes Only is
how many albums has he given us then? Albums.
We have Cold World, The Sideline Story.
No. Wait, hold up. How many albums has he given us from his point of view that tell the J. Cole story?
Okay. It's almost not fair not to include the mixtapes. So the first three mixtapes are the Come Up, Warm Up, Friday Night Lights. Those are all from Cole's perspective. And they kind of tell their own tale. And it's like a basketball theme, which then leads us to the debut album, which is Cold World, The Sideline Story. Born Sinner is his perspective. So that's two LPs, let's say. 2014 Forest Hills Drive is from Cole's perspective. And that's it. Now, obviously, you can say like, and I think he said it in the clip, obviously pieces of his life are told in the other projects. In K.O.D., there's something there. In For Your Eyes Only, there's stuff there. In the off season and in Might Delete Later, there are things there. But this is it. Like this is so only four. Sideline Story, Born Sinner, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and then really the fall off, disc 1 and disc 2. So those are the only projects we've gotten in his mind, in his interpretation. From Cole's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, so look, so again, classic album. Where I'm at with it is so I'm so glad that we're doing this now because when we did like the Patreon Talk Tactics thing, I need to listen to it a lot more. So I've listened to it like 2 or 3 more times since then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's some bloody good rapping on this damn thing, bro. Like for me, he's rapping on Run a Train. None raps better than that. There's no rapper today that raps better than what he does on Run a Train. Like that is rapping.
We've reached a point where the technical skill of rapping, Cole is in the most upper echelon of mainstream commercial hip hop that's ever existed. I'm not saying he's the best, but if you come up with the best technical rappers that have reached commercial success on a level where you're selling #1 records and this and that.
Yeah.
We're looking at Nas, we're looking at Jay-Z, we're looking at Eminem, we're looking at like those kinds of rappers. Cole's pen, and it feels almost sacrilegious to say it, because his body of work pales in comparison to those guys. But he is one of them in terms of just the technical skill of rapping. Maybe I've been watching too much Olympics and how would you say it? like figure skating and all of that kind of stuff, or like gymnastics. Part of the classic album is when a figure skater is skating, they have like the degree of difficulty. They have the technical score, which is based on that degree of difficulty, and then there's the artistic score, which is like the judging. So there's like a dual component to the final score. You have the technical and the artistic. Cole's technical score is like 9.9 level. We're reaching like perfect tens here.
Yeah.
With the flows, the intricacies, the callbacks, the use of vocabulary, of cadence. He's reached the pinnacle of what it is to be a technical rapper. It's the artistic scores where we start to look at where someone like Kendrick, his artistic scores are high, but his technical ability maybe doesn't reach that J. Cole 10 out of 10.
No.
But the artistic does.
Yes.
And J. Cole isn't rapping. J. Cole's artistic scores aren't as high as Kendrick's technical scores.
Yes.
And that's the offset.
Flipped.
Just to answer your question, and I'm using Kendrick because he's the most obvious of this generation that has made classic work. You have to have both elements for me in order to be classic. You have to have the artistic element and the technical element. Then you need kind of contextual elements, which is what are you saying about the time? What are you giving us about yourself that maybe we haven't heard before? Is there some sort of musical paradigm shift that you're attempting to do that kind of plays a part? And then obviously the production, which maybe isn't what you're doing. But it is maybe linked to the artistry. It's linked to your ear for beats and all of that kind of stuff. Like, is it jamming effectively?
So, a great analogy of this, from what he said, is directing and directors in film directors. So, Dune, both the Dune films by Denis Villeneuve, technically those films are outstanding. Shot composition, cinematography, how he sets up scenes, how he sets up movements, how he does movements, how he establishes the scenery, outstanding. But the films are boring. The films are boring. They're slow. One of the most technically proficient films ever made is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Technically, it's one of the greatest films ever made. But the film is boring. So the technical side is one side, which is very important. But another side is the story.
Yeah.
How good is the story? What things do you do to make things exciting? On a technical level, Dune and Space Odyssey are better than Terminator 2, technically. But what James Cameron has is what you just said. He has, the technical side is just pretty up there, but then the story side is really up there, where it's really, the characters are really interesting, and the stories are really interesting. J. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick. I just feel he is. Technically, I just think he is. But what's Kendrick's biggest strength is how he constructs an album. His biggest strength isn't his rapping. Kendrick is a very good rapper. I don't think he's an excellent rapper. He's a very good rapper. Again, just my...
Kendrick is damn good, bro.
No, he's damn good. He's not excellent.
No,
Kendrick...
when I say damn good, I mean he is excellent. He's I'm going to use the gymnastics or the skating. He's like 9.5, which is great.
Yeah, no.
It's great. But if you want to win a gold medal...
Yeah. So look. Let me just land this. So basically, my thing here is just my viewpoints, because again, it's just music, so it's all subjective.
Okay. Yeah.
Kendrick is a very good rapper. Very good rapper. I think Kendrick at his best, very good, extremely good. J. Cole at his best is excellent, truly excellent. So again, it's marginal, but J. Cole is just right up there. Kendrick is just right there. It's close, but J. Cole is excellent. Kendrick is extremely good. But Kendrick's biggest strength is that extremely good is married with excellent artistry.
Yeah.
And the excellent way in which he can construct a whole story. And where you listen to Damn, oh, this is a story.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City, oh, this is a story. To Pimp a Butterfly, oh, this is a story where it's meant to be listened as a whole. Everything makes sense. And he takes you on a journey from point A to point B. And you've gone on a journey where all the dots all connect from the beginning right to the very end. The issue with J. Cole is he isn't very good at giving you from a point A to a point B where you're like, wow, this is you've really tied everything in together and it all makes sense. So
okay. I think I'm feeling what you're saying. So I'm catching the vibe of what you're saying.
feel.
But I don't think I agree with it. So Cole does try elaborate things. All of his albums have a through line. There's not one album, except for maybe the off season, which and we'll get to the off season in a second. And this is kind of the damning thing about Cole, which is maybe I guess why on the back end I'm agreeing with you. And we'll just use. I could go to the mixtapes because the mixtapes are classic mixtapes, but we'll just stick to the albums. Sideline Story is the come up. I've finally reached this pinnacle. So the mixtapes are him climbing, trying to get the record deal. Warm Up, he finally gets the record deal. Friday Night Lights is him in this weird zone of Jay-Z's not going to put my album out until I create a hit. So in the meantime, just to keep my buzz going, I'm going to give you these 16, 17 tracks that, I mean, the internet went crazy over. And then Sideline, I think it's Workout is the first single that really goes crazy. And from there, the album is constructed and there's basketball metaphors all through it. That one is just a come up and you can just kind of feel that one for what it is. Born Sinner has a lot of religious elements in it. Set of horns and a halo, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of religious, there's skits in it that are like, Pastor Kearney, whatever that guy's name is, who's, got a message for you and God. Like there's a whole bunch of just God, religion, playing around with that. What's the opening track of that one? Is it called Villuminati? So like, there's that kind of thing, which is that playground is one that rappers go to a lot. It's not too dissimilar from Damn, where it's just kind of like we're cursed. What is this religion thing? Black people need to find their ways. Like all of that, like it's there. Cole, but this is the thing. Cole doesn't do it as good as Kendrick. 2014 Forest Hills Drive is, to use my English degree, a Bildungsroman. It's a German word that means like a story, a life story. So you start from his birthday, you get at 03 adolescence. He's taking you through his life from child to where he was in 2014, where I think he was 29 years old. Interestingly, wasn't he born in 85? So does that make him 29 in 2014? That makes sense. Then what's the next album? For Your Eyes Only is completely a story. And it's not about him, but it's about his homeboy who was killed, and he's telling his homeboy's life story and his motivations to who we find out at the end is his homeboy's daughter, who will play this when she gets older and realize who her father was in a deeper way. K.O.D, Kids on Drugs. It's all about like what are these rappers like Juice World and these kids who are dying off drugs. Like he's trying to figure out like what is it in the culture, in whatever it is that is having people taking substances and doing things to themselves. And that's it. So that he tries things like all of the albums, because Cole, at the end of the day, he's like a hip hop historian. You can even tell from the Fall Off that he knows what a classic album is meant to be. He has the idea of, he's good at coming up with the concept for what a classic album might be. The issue he has is in the execution of said idea. And I think it's because he's an only child, or if he's not an only child, he's just a very loner type dude who's happy to stay in his room and just create the thing himself. He's the person that would, if if it's me, you, and Jermaine in a group project, he's just going to do all the work himself. Like, he doesn't want our input necessarily. He's going to fail or pass on his own merits.
Yeah.
So his issue isn't the conception. It's the execution of the conception. And that's where Kendrick, I think, and I know it's kind of crass to always compare the two, but in terms of their artistry, like Drake doesn't try this. If we're just going to look at that kind of triumvirate, there aren't that many Drake conceptual records. Drake just tries to smash and cram as many hits as he can into the album. I can't think of any Drake project really that's attempting to tell a story, that's attempting to be overly artistic and
Certified Lover Boy.
No, there's no through line between Drake albums. It's just a collection of really solid songs that he thinks he's made at the time. But the other two are trying. They're trying to do the hip hop thing because they're making rap albums. At the end of the day, Drake's not making fully rap albums. They're trying stuff. Kendrick, obviously, he tells the story. He tells his own kind of. How would you put it? He makes his own movie in Good Kid, Mad City, where it's like he's taking you through the day, and there's the phone calls with him and his mom. Hey, where's the van? Like that whole thing of where the van is. Damn is quite obvious. To Pimp a Butterfly is even more overt. It's so dense, it's hard to listen to at times. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a more introspective version. Kendrick's real first time deviating is GNX.
Which I didn't like.
But for me, it's interesting that I think I've settled that my favorite Cole album is The Off Season. So it's my favorite Cole project, or at least LP, is the one where he's not trying to be overly artistic. And I think what happens there is when he's nailing down, I'm going to do some classic something. He gets into his own hive mind. He gets into his own mind, and he retreats into the comfortable places. But when he's just trying to bar off, which is what Feature Cole is, he's able to kind of take different beats, and you just hear different sounds and different layers. And it's I like Cole over different sounding production.
But what you say, that's why I made the point of, no, there are two types of classic album. So basically, no, Pheromone Internal of Affairs. Say what you want. There has never been a better display of virtuoso rapping by a single rapper than what Pheromone did on Internal Affairs. What that guy did lyrically on Internal Affairs is frightening. Basically, he should be taken to jail for what he did. Because I don't know how a human being is able to rap that well with that much of versatility as what he did on Internal Affairs. But that is simply just excellent peak rapping, great production, classic rap album. What's that?
No, it's in my library.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my thing though is you are right. My favorite album of Cole's is The Off Season, and I think that what Cole should have done is what Pheromone did on Internal Affairs: rap, just rap, great beats, rap. Story here. Because again, when you listen to Internal Affairs, okay, there not be a huge artistic overarching theme, but there, if you listen to Queens, that's a particular story he's saying in Queens.
Right.
If you listen to Right Here, particular story, Hell, it speaks for itself. It says, so my thing though is just rap. So when you just look at the off season, and I was listening to the off season again, I was like, because so interesting you said that. I think that it feels almost as if like Cole is like, this year. You can almost feel like if he has no weight on his shoulders.
Exactly.
He's like this is his comfort zone. But in this album, it feels as if he's not in his comfort zone. He steps outside of his comfort zone and is doing something that I don't think comes naturally to him.
Do you know also he's put so much pressure on the Fall Off being this magnum opus, this greatest release of all time. Fall Off is like if Hov released Reasonable Doubt last, which is a line that he's put so much pressure on himself to make that project that I can feel it, like in some of the songs and some of
Yeah.
the choices, which we'll get to, it does feel as if there's a specter, to steal from Marx, that's over him, and on the off season it might delete later. You don't feel it, and he admitted as much in the clip. He's like, "Bro, I'm just practicing. I'm just in here, just staying sharp," and that's why feature Cole sounds like feature Cole, because he's just there to bar off
Yes.
on is it Johnny P's Caddy or what, like the Benny the Butcher track, or the Yachty song. I forget the name of the Yachty song, but he goes crazy on that song.
So wait, hold on real quick. Do you know how old Jay-Z was when he did 444? How old he was?
I'll look it up. Jay-Z's born in 1969, December 4th, 1969. I arrived on the day Fred Hampton died.
Oh, wow.
Real niggas just multiply. So 444 library 2017. So he's 48. We'll call it 47, 48.
Okay, 47, 48. So, a few things. First thing is, he was older when he did his so-called final album. First thing.
Yeah.
Second thing, look at his rap life up until then. The debut, breaking through. No. Even before the debut, the freestyling, being compared to
Jazzo,
Biggie.
yeah.
And what's it called? What's my guy? Big L.
Yep.
Then the debut. Then Blueprints.
Bro,
Him and Nas.
hold on.
The back and forth.
Reasonable Doubt in My Lifetime. That like volume 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. No. But I'm looking at like the key points. The very key
No.
points.
In My Lifetime is where we get Hard Knock Life. That's like
Very good point. Sorry, Hard Knock Life. So Blueprints.
that's volume 2, I think.
The back and forth between him and Nas.
Yep.
Coming back, doing so. There was so much stuff. There was so much lived experience that he can do a 444 as a 48, 47-year-old and just be like, okay, let me now reflect on what has just been a crazy rap career. For J. Cole, you can even hear it in the music that you've not lived enough. There is not enough here for you to be like, aha, this is my magnum opus based on all this kind of stuff that I've really been through and I've really experienced. So,
Oh, no, go.
yeah, so basically for me, I just feel, look, again, we've already said this before. Retiring as a musician is corny. Retiring as a poet is it's extremely corny. It's stupid. It makes no sense.
Jay-Z tried, if we remember.
Yeah,
Like,
American
Black,
Gangster.
Black
yeah.
album was
Black.
supposed to be his last project.
Yeah. And then he came back for American Gangster.
No, it was Kingdom Come.
I thought it was American Gangster that he was inspired by the film, and then that's what got him out.
Kingdom Come was the
Yeah.
one. The one where he's in red. It has Beach Chair on it. It has what's the one with the saxophone?
Oh, what was it? Is that
Show me
Magna
what you
Carta?
got.
No.
It's Show Me What You Got, where he's riding in the car with Danica Patrick in the video. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Very interesting choice in retrospect.
Interesting. Oh, no, so my point is, so Missy,
Yeah.
for me,
Rappers don't retire is the point.
yeah. And even if he says retiring, J. Cole, it seems to, I've completely dismissed this being like his final album.
He's
'Cause I'm like,
41. He's 41. So
what does that mean? He's 40.
Nas is releasing his best work. Well, his best work, arguably. Nas is in one of his best eras, and I think he's 50.
Yes. How old was Malice? How old is Malice?
Yeah, and Pusha, they're pushing
Malice,
50.
I think, is 50. No, Malice, I think, is 50 plus.
Yeah. So, but, if we look at what 444 was, if we're saying, on a rapping technical level, I can't believe I'm about to say this. J. Cole is on a level with Jay-Z. Which feels blasphemous. I'm sorry,
No,
but
but
I think it's correct.
It's not a lie.
I think it's correct.
It's not a lie. You're not lying.
I mean, there's some arguments that could be that J. Cole is rapping better than Jay-Z, at his best, Cole's best verses could rival some of Jay-Z's.
Bro,
But
peak Jay-Z was crazy.
I know. But I'm thinking
And also
about
the
it.
way he would. Like, okay, I'm not. And also this is coming from a guy. I'm not a Jay-Z fan.
I know. But
I've never been a Jay-Z fan, but I'm like, basically, peak Jay-Z was like, yeah, this guy's very good. At what
I
he
hear
does.
that, but I think where my mind went for just a split second, and it shouldn't be longer than like a 20-second comment, even though I'm going to make it that by explaining that it shouldn't. Rap has evolved. So it's almost the Messi Pele argument or Messi Maradona argument.
Oh, yeah, from lyrical miracle.
In their time, Jay-Z was doing crazy work, but Cole and this crop of rappers should. A lot of them don't, but they should be able to look back and kind of advance the craft of what rapping is. So, but I would think in many, many, many respects, rap has regressed rather than progressed.
Yes, it's regressed.
But Cole is one that I think is pushing the kind of standard for what a rap verse can and should be.
Yes.
I've completely lost train of thought. Oh, I got it. If you look at what Jay-Z was going through, that would make him even want to make a 444. This is after there's the whole Solange kicking him in the elevator. Beyonce releases Lemonade. And Jay-Z has to do a serious accounting of how did I reach this point with the greatest entertainer living, to where her sister, who makes better music,
Yes. Seats at the table. The seats at the table is better than any Beyonce album. Beehive, come for me. I don't care. These are facts. And also, Har is more talented than Beyonce. Don't come for me.
You just want the smoke. You're like the Game of Thrones meme that I don't know the context of. Where, he just pulls out the sword with the cavalry. Where was I going? Yeah, Jay-Z has, in order to make that album, in order to get that introspective,
things happened.
He needed to get beat up by his sister-in-law.
That's crazy.
But that's what had to happen.
And then it just sounds crazy.
His wife needed to come out and make like a crazy album that was like Lemonade went crazy. Jay-Z had to respond to it. And it was one of those ones that was showing like, bro, like my life and where I am and where I'm situated and how I'm viewing things has completely radically differently changed. For Cole to get in that headspace, the only thing that could have done that is the beef and the response to the beef. That's the only really traumatic thing that's happened in J. Cole's life that I can seriously think of, at least in his artistic life, his public life. I'm sure there are things that happen in his private life. He talks about, cheating and whatever else. But all due respect to his wife doesn't have the level of superstardom as Beyonce that would make a whole legion, a whole world of people, a globe of people just turn on you like you asshole, right? So there's nothing I think that will seriously trigger a thought like that or an album like that from Cole, except the time it will take for him to look back and reflect on this particular moment. And I don't think really he gave himself enough time to really put into context what that perceived bowing out that would-be trio of beef was. Because that's the only thing that could make him be that reflective.
So let me ask you this, though. So enough time has passed now. Where are you at with this album then? Where are you at currently? Like, where is your mind?
Firstly, I don't think enough time has passed. I don't think the album was released 2 weeks ago on the 6th.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
So it was like 3 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks?
No, it was 2 weeks ago. It was the 6th, right? So today's the 20th? 14th, yeah. So I don't think enough time has passed. It's a 100 and something minute album, or maybe it's 100 minutes exactly, an hour and 40 minutes. 2 discs that when I listen to them, I split them.
Yes, you have to.
I can't listen to the whole thing at once. I did the first time and I realized I got to the end of disc 39 and I was like, I just can't. So I wasn't listening. I was just hearing. Yeah. And those aren't the same. So I've split them up into 2. If disc 29 was the only thing he gave us, I think that would be his best work. Maybe trade a couple songs here and there from disc 39 that don't.
So you'd put so when you say best work, you think this 29 is objectively better work than the fall off, but you prefer the fall off better?
I think it's objectively better work than the off season.
So sorry. So you think
Because
that it's
I
objectively
think
better
it
work than the
takes-
off season, but you prefer off season?
I think it takes the kind of creative mode of the off season where there's exceptional rapping, there's a diversity of beats. I mean, The Alchemist is there, Jake One is there, Tay Beats is there. Obviously, Cole is going to lend his input. T minus. There's so many more varying sounds that appear in that particular section. The second disc, there's still some other hands in there, but it feels like a more Cole project. But that first disc, it combines the off season, the rapping, the production, the soundscape with storytelling Cole of this is me in retrospect. I don't think he wrote this album in the moment. It feels like he's looking back at what that was and able to give us a more kind of detailed perspective of what that was. But it's telling a story of I'm famous now. I've gone back to my hometown, and I'm I'm meeting haters that are mad that I'm the one that made it out. And I think I can't tell if the woman in disc 29 is his wife. Or if it's...
No, I'm bad at figuring that stuff
I know,
out, bro,
I know.
So don't talk to me.
It could be his wife, or it could be just a fling that he was interested in, but now he's famous and now she's interested in him. I would need to know maybe, like, how old are his children? If his children aren't 12, then it could be his wife. Like, he actually went home, and amongst all the shooting and the crime and the beef and the jealousy and the backbiting and all that, he actually goes to the club and runs into his wife, which would be an interesting story because that would then put disc 39 in a bit more context. But disc 29 has so many jams, man.
No, I'm just looking.
So
at because it's okay. Sorry. Continue.
No. It has 2-6, which is a good opener. It's not a great song for me, but like it's a good opener for an album. Then we get Safety, which is J. Cole at his best.
Yes,
which is him jumping into the mind of somebody else, giving us a story. What did you say?
Oh no, that's one of the best songs. Of the whole
it's
projects.
It takes from the Illmatic song.
Queen Latifah, UNITY.
No. I'm thinking of the concept. Is it
okay.
One Love.
That sample is there. That sample is there.
It takes from One Love, Nas, on Illmatic. It's just that he's in the perspective of somebody else, but it's an epistle. He's writing letters to his homie. I say he's writing letters to his homie. His homie's writing letters to him.
Oh yeah.
And he writes three different letters, kind of asking Cole, when are you going to come back to the Ville? And that then sets in motion Run a Train. It sets in motion, what's the song? Poor Thing. But that's the beef element. Legacy. Bus Road Blues, because now he's running back into his old thing. Who the Fuck Are You? Which is the more beef. Drum and bass, Let Out, that's setting up the kind of culmination of people shooting. And then the last verse of that kind of section that's not the bonus track, which is Hit the Gas. It's one of the best verses I think Cole's ever written. Where he's talking about I got an iPhone that can travel in time, and he's talking to himself from a different perspective. Like, it's so imaginative, I would say.
No, I'm a simple brother, bro. Like, I just listen to that music, bro. He's rapping on Run a Train. I've not heard rapping like that in a long time, bro. Like, for me with music, I don't try and delve too much into, okay, what is the perspective? I'm just like, let the music just hit me. So when I just listen to Run a Train, I'm like, no, that's rapping. The musicality of it, beyond just the musicality of it, I've not heard rapping like that in years. I'm like,
do you know about Jermaine?
I didn't know it was Future. You see, looking at this now, I thought, okay, did J. Cole modulate his voice? Did you just get a random guy from the road? Oh, it's Future doing that. Oh,
I thought at first, because it's like, oh, J. Cole, no features. I'm like, did this guy again modulate his voice to sound like
Yeah.
Future? But
Oh,
then,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
then you get to that last part of that track, and it's like, no, there's no way that he could do Future that well. It has to be Future. And then we hear Future again on Bunch Road Blues with
Yeah, yeah,
Thames,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like, okay, so Future was in the studio. Future was
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
studio. So yeah, I love Disc 29. I feel like Disc 29, if it was the standalone project, would be. It would probably. I would put it as his best work. Now, whether or not it would reach the threshold for me of classic project, I'm
Classic.
not sure. In the cultural zeitgeist, I'm outvoted. And 2014 Forest Hills Drive is a classic record for those people. But I think because the attempt of telling a story was just kind of so obvious, from you're starting on your birthday, then you get '03 adolescence, and it keeps going on and on and on. People were just so, oh my God, I get it. How did he rap from that perspective? He rapped like he was a baby, and then he rapped like he was a 13-year-old. And I felt that when I was that age. Like, I feel like the concept is carrying more weight than the actual artistic execution. Again, his technical score of what he's attempting to do, like the trick you're trying is such a high difficulty that you almost get the gold by default. But I don't think I go back and listen to that, and I'm like, it's good, but classic. I think you guys are just reaching because your artist has to have a classic. Don't they?
Yeah.
Like your favorites. And this is like the kind of J. Cole hive that's pushing it. It's like, well, he's got to have one. So that's the one. But his rapping has been getting better the whole time.
Yeah.
When I go back and I listen to that, I'm like, this isn't the same level of rapper. Like in 12 years, he's improved.
But see, that is what. Do you know what it is? Let's even delve into sports now. Like, I can't think of the last time I've seen such marked improvements of a rapper than from J. Cole.
It's Dembele. He's always been talented, but he couldn't put the pieces together. And then he's slowly improving and getting it back together. That's the closest one I can think of. But there's never a one to one. Yeah,
there's such one. But basically, just in terms of this guy went to be like, oh, pretty good rapper. Yeah. I know he can hold his own. To hey, this guy, to he's the best. He's the best. So my thing though is that to say that you are bowing out when you are just entering your prime is crazy. Jay-Z bowed out where he was way past his prime. He could still be good, but he's way past it. Now he's just, living off the fumes. But no, Cole, this is your, basically, put it this way. This is your Messi 2019, 2018. Like this is where, okay, you've now reached, because Messi is a great example. Like, Forest Hill Drive, that's like 2012. Okay, 100 goals, blah blah, crazy attacking. But this is amazing. So we think you are at your best here. So Forest Hill Drive, Messi 2012, the 91 goals, boom. Okay, this is how many at his best. Oh no, there's more. He's gonna add the playmaking. He's gonna add the creativity. He's gonna play even deeper, and he now gives you 18-19, which is, for me, one of the most complete attacking players ever. So Messi 18-19 is J. Cole now. Where, you thought that was all I could do in First World Drive? Look at me now. This is truly me in my final form. So it's like, no, J. Cole, there has to be more. You can't stop now.
You see, when I first heard of J. Cole, it was in 2009. So I think maybe the Blueprint 3 came out in maybe September. And I think the leak had hit in early August. And I'm dating myself. Jesus. 2009 feels like a really long time ago. I used to ride the bus to go to university. It was like my second year of university, so we would all get on the bus and we would just trade music. And
LimeWire days.
pretty much, but not actually trading music, but like trading artists. Like look this up when we get to the university and we can get to the computer lab. Look this up.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So we would trade music. Like the guy who told me about J. Cole was also the guy that told me like, yo, have you ever listened to Amy Winehouse? I was like, I'm not, this fucking white shit. I'm not listening to Amy Winehouse. He was like, no, trust me. Listen to Back in Black. And then once you listen to that, listen to Frank.
Did you just say white?
I just do you know music in your mind that like, and again, I'm naive at this point, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's for white people. Like black people don't listen to Taylor Swift,
which is so
or Justin Bieber. But no, like the same guy, he was like, nah, Amy Winehouse is that one. And I went back and I listened to it. And then when you look at her producers, and she's working with Salaam Remi, who was the same guy that was working with Nas, it kind of all makes sense. But he was like, have you heard of J. Cole? I was like, who's J. Cole? Like, no, I haven't heard of that. I was like, nah, he just got signed to Rock Nation, Jay-Z's thing, and he's from Fayetteville. And keep in mind, I'm in North Carolina, in Greensboro. So I was like, okay, I'll check him out. And you go and you listen to the Star is Born verse. And could I be a star? Does fame in this game have to change who you are? Could I be the same one who came from a faraway life just to make it in these Broadway lights? Now I'm shining in the broad day light. Go figure. Slow transition from a little broke from the Ville. Got a deal. Real life saver. Anyway, and then you hear that last part where he's like, cold is the shoulder of gold digging holes when a broke nigga approaches. I told you I'm focused, man. I let you motherfuckers soak it in and clap for him. I was like, who is this? Who is this? So we went and we downloaded what was available, which was the warm up and the come up. And when we listened to that, we're like, okay, no. This is our guy. Like, because he's from North Carolina. He's with Jay-Z. And at this time, especially for me, I'm going back and these are some of the first times I'm listening to Reasonable Doubt. I'm listening to The Blueprint. Yeah. Because, growing up in the church, I was just listening to Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond and like those kind of artists. So I'm doing hip hop education plus this, keeping up with contemporary artists. So when I think about what I heard then, I feel like I was trapped by, I hear the potential in you, but there's a level of something missing relative to these classics that I'm listening to that I'm not quite getting once these albums started to drop. But I do feel now, certainly the last two projects, 1.5, because we'll get to Dis 39 in a bit. I'm feeling like this is what I think I expected from you in 2009. This feels like we're getting to that place. So for you to say, this is it, I'm done. When, bro, like, we're just hitting the kind of moment here where all of the pieces are kind of starting to, at least in some way, culminate. You've worked out most of the kinks in order to make albums. It took you like 3 or 4 attempts, but sometimes that's
wait,
just
wait, hold on. Can I ask you this? Because I know you'd know this better than most people. Has there ever been a rapper whose rapping has improved so exponentially much later on in the career? Okay, let me give you an example. Nas comes up with Illmatic. I don't think you can say that Nas has rapped better than he rapped in Illmatic. Maybe you can say the same, or raps better than he's rapped at Illmatic. Jay-Z released Reasonable Doubt. I don't think you can say that Jay-Z has ever rapped better than he's rapped in Reasonable Doubt. Kendrick, okay, let's just say it's Good Kid, Mad City. I don't think you can say that Kendrick has rapped better. Maybe the same, or raps better, or considerably better than he raps in there. But J. Cole, for sure, right now, raps considerably better than he did in his earlier works or even Forest Hill Drive.
The word considerable is doing a lot there. He is rapping better, markedly better. Like, you can tell he's rapping better, which is cool. I think what the real difference is is the kinks that he's working out. It's figuring out, how do I make this skill sound the best that it can sound with my limitations and my level of artistry. And I think the real improvement with Cole is he's becoming a better song maker. That's really the main difference. It's not necessarily the rapping, even though the rapping is getting better. It's my rapping has gotten better, but better rapping itself doesn't mean anything. Cannabis, Eminem, like
hey, don't put cannabis on Eminem in the same thing. I don't care.
Like,
No, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't give a damn. Peak cannabis, no rapper has ever reached that level.
What year was
I don't give a damn.
What year was peak cannabis?
No, late 90s. Basically, when he went on that featuring on Hell, featuring on what was it called with Lost Boys, Beast from the
Can
East.
you give it a year? Can you give it a year? Like
No. Basically,
1990.
Basically, it was maybe 98 to like 03, maybe 02 or something. I don't give a damn. Nobody has rapped better. I say what you want. Fine. Nobody has rapped better than Peak Cannabis. Nobody. No man has ever rapped. No, nobody has rapped as well as Cannabis at its peak. No, never.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
But there we go. Okay, fine.
The technical aspect is one thing, but can you make an album? An album isn't just lyrical miracle. Can I rhyme orange with another word?
No. But I think that J. Cole's technicalities has risen. So more than just song making, I think of basically when you just look at the rhyme scheme of the fall off is inevitable. When you just look at the pocket he's in for run and train, I'm like, this is technically at a more higher, complicated level than what he was doing before.
His DOD has certainly increased. Like he's attempting things,
yes,
that he previously wouldn't have. But I do think it's certainly in that second, and I guess we can get to the second disc. I think the degree of difficulty that he's attempting does kind of detract from the musicality. And you can hear it. Like you can hear him kind of, I don't want to say reading off the page, but the intricacy with which he's attempting to rap, I don't think that can just come naturally. I don't think it just flows.
Yeah.
You have to work
man
at it.
up all over again. Yeah.
Bro, there's like 5 tracks in disc 2 that like you could easily erase. And it would be fine, but like you can't erase it if you're going for a double disc.
Because life sentence and only it's the same thing.
You only need one of those.
Yeah,
and then
redundant.
Man Up Above, we don't really need. I Love Her Again, we don't really need.
Common already did that already, but
What If, don't really need. Quick Stop is then where it hits again. And then Everywhere is the Ville.
And the whole world is the Ville.
And the whole world is the Ville. That's a good one. But that's only like 7 tracks.
Hold on, real quick. I don't know whether you do this. You know how it goes at FAYETTEVILLE. For such a long time, I was like, wait, how does it say it? And I was like, wait. And then I actually spent like hours trying to figure out. So he says FAYETTEVI. I was trying to get that. How does he go to the EVI and everything for the? So I finally got it and everything because it was just messing me up. That I was like FAYETTEEVI. I was like, oh.
FAYETTEVI. I can see like when the tour goes to Fayetteville, they're all gonna have it memorized.
That's the anthem.
It's gonna go crazy.
That's the anthem. Sorry.
Okay.
So Fayetteville is a region, or it's a region within a state, or
it's a city. It's a city in North Carolina, and most of the people who live there are there because they are military personnel or the family of military personnel.
So you're not in Fayetteville,
no.
Or are you?
No.
Okay, but it's within the area.
No. It's in my state, but it's not in my area of the state.
So basically, Fayetteville is like the equivalent of London and Birmingham, or more like Camden?
Let's go this way. North Carolina's capital is Raleigh. Raleigh is in something called the Triangle.
Okay.
That would more be like London, right?
Okay.
So that's Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. We'll call it,
Yeah.
well, actually, no. North Carolina's London is Charlotte, if we're honest. So
Okay.
London would be Charlotte. That's Manchester and like Liverpool area. That's Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. I would say I'm in the third. So that's maybe Birmingham or something.
Okay.
Fayetteville there's not that many people that live there. I would think it's like 100, 200,000. Like it's not that many. And again, it's a city that's there because there's a huge army or marine. I'm not sure which one, but it is the biggest one in this region, like in the southeast. Military base called Fort Bragg. Bragg was a
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't know because have you watched Rambo?
no.
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's from Rambo.
like Stallone.
Yeah, it's totally because
Yeah,
mentioned,
yeah.
Fort Bragg. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Was Rambo a Marine or was he a?
Yeah. He was a Marine. He was a
Okay, so
Marine.
there's a U.S. Marine base. I think it's the main one.
Okay.
That's Fort Bragg. So that's why Cole is born in Germany because
Oh,
he's
yes,
on
yes.
a military base, and then his
Yeah.
mom is probably sent, or his dad is sent, or the family is sent to Fort Bragg, in Fayetteville. So they're just based in Fayetteville. That's where they do like the 101 Airborne Division. The 101st Airborne Division. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Like I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
like
yeah.
people have heard that in movies. Like
Yeah. I felt that. Yeah.
that's where
yeah.
that's where that is. So a lot of the people who are there because they're in the military. What was your question?
Actually, yeah. No, because I was about to say because
We were talking about technical rapping, and then you asked.
Yeah.
about
No.
North
Yeah, I
Carolina.
think I would know because we were going down. I think we got to answer this the second disc
Yeah, second is
because we're just going down to the second disc and like.
You know what?
Wait, so basically- Yeah.
Go. No, go.
No. So basically, I think because we're talking about how he gets lost in trying to be artistic, and I think what you see for the second disc is, put it this way: so Port of Antonio.
Yep.
I thought that would be the cadence and the kind of mindscape of the 39 album.
Excuse me.
So really, Port of Antonio, fall off is inevitable. I thought that would be the mindscape. But then like when you because once you get to life sentence, it basically that's pockets of life sentence, only you, man up above, I love her again. Yeah, it loses.
Now,
Yeah.
I think I know what happened. Maybe I'm off base, but I think disc 29 was maybe going to be the fall off. Because if you listen to the bonus track, "Lonely at the Top," I feel like that's the end. I feel like
That's where you end it, yeah.
I feel like that's a last track. But I also feel as if there are tracks on disc 39 that were probably earmarked to be on disc 29. So if you think about a song like what's the one with Erykah Badu? It's the Outcast interpolation.
The Villist.
The Villist. Thank you.
The Villist.
That could easily be transported to disc 1, just to kind of set the scene of what the Ville is. Then you have and the world is the Ville. And the whole world is the Ville, or whatever.
Yeah, and the whole world is the Ville.
That could easily again be transported. Quick Stop, if you just tweak the writing a little bit, could again be up there if you wanted it to be. And then
Because the Villist would be perfect either between Safety and Running Train or after Running Train, because it's in that kind of mindscape.
It's within it's setting Fayetteville as a scene.
Yeah.
Also, I think you could probably, if you wanted to, just kind of throw in the fall off is inevitable.
Yeah.
Because it's more or less a conceptual idea. But I think the fall off is inevitable is Nas Rewind. The Villist is
So hold up.
yeah.
That's how you start the album. Forget 29 intro. The fall off is inevitable is how you start the album. So basically, if let's say we just want to just take 29 as just the main album,
Yeah.
you start the fall off is inevitable. That's how you start. And then you could just end it with Lonely at the top.
Yeah, because you're giving away the movie at the beginning as if as a filmmaker might. But see, what I think happened is 29 was meant to be the idea. I don't even think it was called 29. I think he was just going to take you back to Fayetteville. That was going to be the end. Then something happened, which I think was the beef. And he's like, I can't just leave the fall off there. I have to address some of these things in my own way. And what I felt Disc 39 did was it tried to kind of tick boxes. Instead of making a classic album, he attempted to make classic songs or reimagine classic ideas as his own. So when you look at What If, that's him, I think, consciously, subconsciously thinking about Kendrick and Drake and reimagining Pac and Big's beef, and then putting himself, like, kind of justifying his decision within the context of two friends beefing.
And
it
also,
has
even
to
as
be
well,
that.
like 39 intro, that is like, oh, you're going to besmirch me and mess my name? Yo, let me show you or remind you why I'm still the very best.
I have
to come
write
back again.
more.
Yeah.
And I think that's another trap that he falls
No.
into.
So basically,
Yeah.
to your point, I would love to hear what the album was if the beef never happened.
I think it's just 29 with some satellite songs from 39 inserted in. So is it Old Dogs? Old Dogs is clearly I need a North Carolina
4,
record. But again, Old Dogs featuring PD Pablo is setting North Carolina as a place. You could easily slot that into 29, right?
Yes.
And once we get there, we're at probably like a 16, 17 track album, which is, it's long, but it's not 24 tracks.
Because you have 12 tracks already. And we moved Full of is Inevitable 13, The Villest 14, Old Dog 15, and
Quick Stop.
And the whole world is Quick Stop 16.
And the whole 17.
Oh, 17.
I think 17 is, for your last album, 17 is fine.
Okay.
And then maybe, are there any in disc 29 that we could remove? Maybe Legacy, if you're going to put in a different song.
Drum and bass.
I love drum and bass. The rapping on drum and well, again, he's trying to tell a story, so the let out is necessary for the story that he's trying to tell, even if I don't like it.
2-6? So because you could go Fall Off is Inevitable and then from there go to Safety.
The thing with 2-6 is it starts out hard. Yeah. Like it really knocks. And I think when somebody's putting in a CD, you need them to go, oh shit. Like even what you could do is you could maybe lose the intro. Because and whoa, we're at 17 tracks, but the intro is just in my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Yeah. Like it's just that. Like it's not really a track. So it's really 16 plus the bonus. So it's 15 plus a bonus. I can easily condense this album if I wanted to, but J. Cole can't. He needs to check off boxes. He needs to have the section where he's loving his wife for like 2 songs. So we get Life Sentence, which is also a throwback to a line from Friday Night Lights. So like Life Sentences is a thing that he's had for a while. Yeah. The Villest, that's Erykah Badu. Too late for the intro. He's using Erykah Badu. Please, Miss Badu, please don't sue me. Something like that. So he gets to check that off the list. Burna Boy.
Yeah.
I prefer the Burna Boy song to the Life Sentences song. But in Life Sentences, he's saying this is the realest shit I ever wrote. I know every rapper thinks that every time they write anything.
Yeah. I'll take Only over that. I think Only is better.
And plus, you've paid Burna Boy for the feature, so you're not going to not put the Burna Boy feature on the album. It's like, oh, I'm not going to put the Thames on the album. Be serious. Very interesting. Two of the three features are Nigerians. Shout out to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Man Up Above, we don't need, but it's there because he's attempting now to reflect on, do I need God? Do I not need God? It's kind of a callback to Born Sinner if you want. I Love Her Again the concept has been done.
Already did it. Common already did it. Yeah, Common has already
We
done
don't need
so.
that. We don't need What If. It doesn't need to be there. If you're going to do What If, I need you to write it better.
No. I think he needed to put What If there based on what happened with the beef. He needed to put it there.
He had to have some song that was dealing with some sort of beef.
Yes.
And kind of justifying the apologetic route in beef.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it introspectively. He did it through two dead men, which I don't quite like. I think that could easily be cut. So he's trying to do classic things. He's going and rapping in different people's perspectives, rapping as Cole, rapping as Big, rapping as Pac rather, rapping as Big, rapping songs about his wife. There's a whole bunch of just stuff that he's up to. That is just you know Oscar bait?
Oh yes.
Like,
oh.
This is classic bait. He's just taking things from other hip hop classic. Oh, he's taking classic hip hop ideas and just doing them himself.
Yeah.
But that's not how classics are made. But he had to. But this is the deeper part. Disc 39, is it really saying anything? Does Cole really give us anything here? Like, what do we want from J. Cole? It goes back to our earlier point about 444 and the context that was set up for Jay-Z to actually have something to say that was relevant outside of just telling us how much Basquiat artwork he has. Like, you can actually tell us about fatherhood, about what it means to kind of rework and kind of meld back together a union with your wife. Those things are interesting. They're compelling. I think they're evergreen in those kind of poetic ways. I fucked up, but I still love you, and we still have things to do. Cole, I think Cole is leaving. At least he thinks he's leaving.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have much to say.
Yeah.
You love your wife, and I love my hometown, even though my hometown is a bit sketch. Okay, like, cool. But disc 29, I think Cole at 29 was obviously a more interesting human being because there was shit going on. He was cheating on his wife. He was he was in the throes of fame. Like, there was things going on. But Cole at 39, just look at him. He's not interested in this fame shit.
You say this, though. I listened to Clouds and Ports of Antonio. That's somebody saying something. So my thing is, when you listen to Clouds and Ports of Antonio, I'm like, why didn't I get an expansion or an elaboration of those two songs on disc?
You want 12 albums of him really contemplate 12 tracks of him contemplating rap beef?
No. I said expand on that headspace. As in, say something about something. Say something about something and really talk to us, really speak to us. And again, here's the thing. We just know these people as excellent people in their craft.
Yeah.
We don't know who they truly are. Being good at rap is one thing. Who you are as a person, your politics, your views, your philosophy, how well read you are, how you research things, that's a whole other ball of wax. Ludacris is an outstanding rapper. Ludacris has never said anything about anything. He just raps.
Cole gave us 3 mixed race bars. They're going to stand the best rappers a mulatto. The best rapper in the game got a white mom. There was another one in there somewhere. So we got that. That's one political statement, I suppose. Then we got,
but that's like a little.
We got y'all shoot at each other, but not at 12. But hell, like one of those ones where he's like, why?
And also how he said, okay, this is why I stay in so much with the killings that are around and how people are going crazy in the outside.
The one I'm thinking was like, you guys are shooting at black people, but you won't shoot at the police. That's very interesting. I'm not a preacher. I'm not saying anything, but that's very interesting. So he put that one out there. Other than that, I can't really. Oh, there was the gentrification bar, which was like they're moving us out of our neighborhoods, and I can't help but feel like in the future that's gonna be me because I'm moving into money. Like there was that. But other than that, he's not really saying that much, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to say anything in your music, but Cole does get the benefit of being college graduate, summa cum laude from St. John's, smart guy. I don't know why.
But again, it goes back to what is a classic. Doggy Style doesn't say anything. Now,
it does.
Doggy Style,
it just doesn't say anything good.
That's what I'm saying. Doggy Style within the lens of 2026 is crazy. I was about to say, like, bro, this came out. Have you listened to these skits?
Oh my god.
So my thing
Chronic,
is,
bro.
I mean, come on. But no, but see, Doggy Style, that's a classic. That's a classical album of a guy not saying anything.
But it's a classic of its time because that time was heavily misogynistic, so it could run. Does that make sense? So like the classic becomes contextual.
Oh, no. But then again, when did It Takes a Million to Hold Us Back?
90, 91, 92, 89 maybe?
Hold on. So basically, at that same time, you had Public Enemy's album.
No, Doggy Style is 96.
No way. What? It's early 90s.
It's 95 or 96. Oh, no.
It's early 90s, bro.
It's got to be 1994.
Doggy Style come out?
Or 93. It's 93.
93. Yeah. November 93. I knew it was early 90s. Yeah.
But
November 93.
It takes a nation of millions. That's 1988.
Oh, wow.
What's Fear of a Black Planet? Let me look that one up. Fear of a Black Planet. What a great 1990. It's a great name for an album. Can't even shout out Chuck D anymore.
Oh, why? What did he do?
I just remember. I recall something bad, but I don't exactly remember what.
I don't.
But I just
haven't heard of anything.
Have you heard of? Do you know those things that's in your mind? Like, I'm not supposed to like this guy. I forgot the exact reason why, but like, there's something up there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know. I thought like he's been pretty, you know, scandal free. So let's run this off. I mean, look,
I'm tired. It's just not obvious.
If you know how the time is, where it's 2:30 where I am, you know, and we've got some EP. So here's the look. I think that J. Cole is an amazing rapper. I still think he's the best rapper out right now. There is some outstanding rapping on this double album. There's some songs. I mean, Safety, because I'm gonna get the tomorrow. I'm gonna put those, because I've always listened to it on the headphones and like my little speaker, but I'm gonna put it on my big speaker, the album, because I know Safety, Run on a Train is gonna go crazy.
But isn't that pretty sad if you're like because you keep saying Safety, Run a Train? Those like they're back to back and they're basically the first two tracks or two of the first three.
Those are the ones that stand out to me.
But like, that just means it peaks for you like very early, and then it just peters out.
Look, there are all. Put it this way: those are excellent songs that I would put like on my playlist. Other songs are cool, but those are songs that these are excellent songs that I will replay several times. So,
okay, so the one point I did want to make is every rapper tries a double album. Maybe not every, but a lot of rappers try the double album. Pac has a double album, and it was kind of contextual. Big had the double album. Jay-Z had the double album. Nas has a double album. And then of his contemporaries, Drake has a double album.
Yeah.
And Kendrick has a double album. So I do think for Cole,
Mr. Morale.
I do think he's thinking, I need to throw my hat in the ring and just see maybe I can make a better double album than those guys. And I'll be honest, as much as I'm kind of lukewarm on disc 39, I do think his double album is pretty solid. Like, there aren't that many skips. There are portions of this where I feel like it's a bit slow. Does this song need to be here? But that's me thinking like classic album, which sometimes detracts from just enjoying the art that is. So if I'm just listening to the project, if I just play disc 39, I'm fine with it. Like if I'm not critiquing it, if I'm listening to it with a critical ear. Where do I rank this album? I think is where I'd like to end. Again, it's very strange because if I were to divorce the albums, if he just gave me disc 29 separately and disc 39 separately, I would have a far easier time determining where I would put this in his discography, because disc 29 I feel like is very good. Maybe his best. But because 39 is tacked onto it and there is that run of 4 or 5 tracks from just like, I don't think any of this needs to be here. Life Sentence, Only You, Man Up Above, I Love Her Again, and What If. Like, all of those could just be gone. And the rest of those other tracks could be either bonus tracks or whatever it is. I'm not feeling this one above 2014 Forest Hills Drive or the Off Season. So I'm feeling this one right now as 3. But if it was just disc 29, it's rivaling Off Season for like his best work. So that's where I am with it. I'm not really on letter grades and number grades, but
to be honest, I should have listened to Forest Hill Drive before, because I've not listened to that in a long time. So, but I would think from my memory, it's Off Season, Forest Hill Drive, then this double album.
Off Season. So you're with me that Off Season is like his best.
Yes, it's his best work. Yeah.
Very interesting. How do you feel about K.O.D? I haven't listened to K.O.D in a minute. Or For Your Eyes Only. I'm gonna do like a J. Cole listening session. Actually,
yeah. I mean, yeah, K.O.D. I think it's some interesting stuff there, but as a whole, it doesn't really work for me as a whole. Just some interesting pockets. Pockets, but the whole thing doesn't work. That's the thing
about Cole, man. Like, he's so, again, insular with his creativity, especially on those earlier projects where no features, I'm producing everything. It's just kind of one note. And
he needs an executive producer.
There's a thing, yeah.
You know, because Kendrick, I don't know Kendrick works with a guy who helps him oversee everything.
Kendrick has Dave Free. He has Soundwave.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole TDE thing.
So, and I basically I think we said it on the podcast thing. A mediocre rapper who's a great producer can make an amazing album. A great rapper who's a mediocre producer can't make a great album.
Kanye West.
Kanye West. So
Kanye West might be an example of rapper improving up until a point. Like the rapping on College Dropout. The rapping is better on like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The issue is it's not him writing it.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of mimicking the lines, but like he does sound better. So maybe that's one example. But no, it's very difficult to be executive producer, rapper. I'm making the concept. He's literally driving around now selling the CD out of his trunk.
No, bro. Sorry. Even when we were teens, this is on a very amateur beginner level. Like,
drop the record, drop the track for the people. No,
no, it's true. But still, me and my friend, we did like our album on tape and everything.
Reissue.
Yeah, like how. Do you know how hard it was to produce and just to rap? Like producing, your brain has to work a certain way. Oh, now I have to write the verses as well. Bro, the amount of brain power it needs just to produce something. And now, to do your verse, that's a lot. J. Cole, just rap. Just freaking rap, bro.
I like J. Cole's production. It's just I don't need a whole album of it. It has to be broken up with kind of different things, which is why I like Alchemist just popping up. But this is the other thing I wanted to say. When he goes and gets different production, it's still him choosing the beats. It's Alchemist bringing, here are my J. Cole type beats.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to do you better than you. And then you get to
honestly,
pick.
Do you know the funny thing? When he now does the features, he has zero say on the pre-production. So he's going to come into Royce the 5'9's world. He's going to come into Benny the Butcher's world. And when he comes there, look at what he does. So it just says to you that E equals MC squared. This producer will just give you good beats. Because you figured this out with Royce the 5'9. You figured this out with Benny the Butcher. Let these guys just give you whatever beats they give you and figure it out the same way you figured it out when you did those features where we said, oh, this is the best rapper in the world. Get out of your comfort zone, bro. So
I'm going to give him credit for moving as much as I think he's capable of moving out of his comfort zone. Because he has.
Yes.
He has. When you look at the production credits on this album, it's not just J. Cole everywhere.
It's varied.
So he has moved. It's just,
and the best beats are the beats that he did produce.
It's the ultimate annoying thing about Cole. If this is his last album, and this is maybe a bad sentence for me to end this on, but I don't think he's maximized the potential that he showed either in the mixtape run. And I think that's what is maybe the sad part for a lot of people. Maybe more J. Cole haters and skeptics. They're obviously like a rabid fan base or whatever. But the Cole albums that I thought I was going to get for the next 10 years when I heard him in 2009, even up, we're approaching 20 years at this point. I don't think his discography reflects the type of rapper and artist that is inside of him. And you can maybe make it analogous with a basketball player who just wasn't in the right situation, or a footballer who just wasn't in the right situation to maximize the talent that he has. Cole has an incredible rapping talent, but I think what caused him to get that talent was just an insatiable appetite for hip hop that then caused him to create that same kind of hunger for production and beat making, and the two combined to get him to be arguably the best rapper in the game for a period, and maybe he's number 2 now. But what he eventually, his ear for beats and for musicality is not as good as his pen is poetically. So something there was never a perfect storm of soundscape and rapping. This is the closest we've got to it. And I still think there's classic work there. But not as much as there should have been. And I don't like that.
Look, man. There's still some good stuff there, bro.
I'm dead. I'm going to have a great sleep,
about to
though.
fall, bro. I know. All right, man. Guys, hope you enjoyed this.
Y'all did this to us, by the way. I blame the people.
Wait, who did this to us?
The people who've been out. Where's Trap? Where y'all coming back? Man, where's the J. Cole review?
We gave it to you, man. All right, man. One love, one love, one love.
Don't quote Bob Marley if